You were born big, not monstrous, not strange, just big enough that the nurses whispered, and your mother cried a little harder. The doctor said you'd grow into it. You did, just not the way they hoped. Your house smelled like fried food and carpet cleaner. Breakfast was always loud, cereal in a mixing bowl, toast thick with butter, eggs swimming in oil. You ate because everyone did, because that's what love looked like here. Your parents worked late. Food was what stayed. You learned early that hunger wasn't just in the stomach. It lived behind your ribs, a constant ache that wasn't fixed by full plates. When your father came home tired, he didn't ask about your day. He just dropped takeout on the counter and said, "Eat before it gets cold." You always did. By 6, you already knew what it meant to be too much. The other kids didn't say it outright. They giggled when you ran, when your shirt rode up, when your breath came too fast. You laughed too, like it was fine, like you didn't notice the sting. You noticed? At recess, no one picks you, not once. You sit on the edge of the blacktop, hands on your knees, pretending to tie your shoes. You watch the other kids swing from monkey bars, trade snacks, whisper secrets. You memorize their smiles like they're another language you never learned. When the bell rings, you follow them back inside, already knowing you don't belong. Your teachers talk about healthy choices. You nod, staring at bright pictures of fruit and water bottles. Then open your lunchbox, chips, a sandwich, cookies. The kind of food that fills your mouth, but not your life. At home, your mother calls you her little man. Her hands linger on your cheeks when she says it. Her love is heavy, the kind that smothers you before it saves you. When you cry, she makes pudding. When you fail a test, she makes pancakes. When you don't know what you feel, she makes seconds. You start hiding snacks in your room. Not because you're greedy, because you're scared someone will notice how much you need it. You eat when you're happy, when you're sad, when you're not sure what you feel at all. It's the one thing that always says yes. By 10, stares feel like tests you didn't study for. You dread field trips. The permission slips say, walking required. You start signing no. Doctors give warnings. He's growing fast, they say. Your parents nod, then stop for ice cream on the way home. No one talks about it again. By 12, gym class becomes a stage you can't step off of. You fake stomach aches, forget your uniform, hope the teacher forgets you exist. They never do. Huh? You laugh when they joke, even when it's about you. Nope, doesn't hurt. Not really. You keep saying that until you almost believe it. Middle school teaches cruelty like a subject. You learn nicknames you never asked for. You learn to walk with your backpack in front of you, not behind. You learn how to disappear in plain sight. At 14, your world is just your room. The curtains stay drawn. The glow of your phone replaces daylight. You scroll through other people's lives. Filtered, bright, easy. You notice the groups of kids in parks, at football games, laughing in cars. You can't remember the last time someone texted first. You tell yourself you like being alone. But when you shut the phone off, the silence presses like weight. Food keeps you company. Fries, nuggets, noodles. They don't judge. They don't leave. You tell yourself it's comfort, it's survival, it's both. Sometimes you eat until you can't breathe right, until your stomach feels like it's splitting. You lie back, clutching your side, tears sliding down without permission. You whisper last time like a prayer you don't believe, then do it again the next day. At 17, your chair groans when you sit and the floor remembers your steps. Sleep doesn't rest you, it traps you. Your body feels like a house you can't afford to leave. Your mother still says, "You're fine the way you are," but her voice cracks when she says it. Your father avoids eye contact when the scale in the doctor's office beeps twice. Doctors talk in numbers and warnings. Your heart works overtime, your knees complain louder than you do. You nod through the advice, but all you hear is shame, dressed as concern. Just eat less, move more. If it were that simple, you'd already be someone else. You start keeping lists, calories, steps, goals. Then another list, excuses, promises, reasons. They balance each other out. You live between them. The mirror becomes a stranger you argue with. You avoid reflections, photos, birthdays. Every glance feels like an accusation. You try diets, shakes, bars, pills. They work until they don't. Until the hunger finds its way back like a friend who knows where you live. By 21, college is an idea, not a place. You take classes online, you eat while the lectures play, you mute your camera just in case. Sometimes you dream of running, not for health, just for freedom. But in the dream, you always wake before the finish line. At 25, routines blur. Wake up, stretch, try to stretch further. Plan meals you'll never cook. Order takeout you promise will be the last. Watch a show, scroll, sleep, repeat. The days taste the same. Your friends moved on long ago. Vacations, weddings, group photos. You're not in any of them. You don't even get tagged anymore. The delivery driver stops asking for your name. He just says, "Same order?" You nod. Always the same. One night, the pain in your chest doesn't fade. It starts sharp, then grows, crawling up your neck. Your hands shake as you reach for your phone. The screen blurs. The next thing you see is white ceiling tiles, a mask over your face, a beep that won't stop. Your body feels heavier than it ever has, even lying down. Voices murmur about your blood pressure, your heart rate, your age. 26? They say it like a question. You drift in and out. A nurse wipes your forehead. A doctor says complications and long-term damage. You close your eyes. You think of pancakes on Sunday mornings, of hiding snacks under your bed, of playground edges, empty chairs, unread messages. You think of all the tomorrows you saved for later. For the first time, you're not hungry, just tired. The monitor beeps. A voice says, "We've stabilized him." Another says, "It's going to be a long road back." You don't know what that means yet, but you know you're still here, barely. You stare at the ceiling. It doesn't look like hope. It looks like a second chance.